Well, Teng Han over here. Many of you are running Facebook ads these days, and you're kind of wondering how come these leads, they are not hot, they're not warm at all. And there could be a reason why. So many of you are running these Facebook ads, right? And Facebook made Facebook lead form very, very simple to use. That way you no longer have to create landing pages. In the past, what you had to do is maybe pair it up, right, with your Facebook ad with a true landing page. And many of you don't know how to create landing pages. You had to work with your developer to create these landing pages. But if you think about those landing pages, they have a lot of friction. But now, Facebook made it super easy, right? When somebody saw your ad, they tap download whatever the call to action is, and now Facebook lead form pops up. They're not even leaving Facebook. Facebook will pre-populate their information in here, and then they hit next, and then whatever the call to action is, download. So Facebook made it super simple. I love it, right? If you just want top of the funnel leads, these are slightly lukewarm lead. So now you gotta start following up with them, and you got good amount of leads to put it into your CRM system. Now you gotta start following up. But these leads are not going to be hot at all, right? These are a little bit different than doing direct mail pieces. If you think about direct mails, if you're doing direct mails, even a little more expensive, but look at the amount of friction. They have to physically open up the direct mail. From the outside, as they're looking at the direct mail piece, they're trying to figure out, is this A pile, is this B pile, C pile, or they put in directly into the trash can recycling bin right away. If they do open up the direct mail piece, now they have to physically read the direct mail piece, and the call to action is to call you, or very often it's the business reply mail. If they physically, right, put their name and address in the business reply mail, put a stamp on there, put it in the mailbox to get it back, to put it in the mailbox, and then you can see that the journey is a lot of friction. They really are anticipating, right, whatever call to actions for you to call them, for you to send them a guide, whatever the call to action is. But look at that journey. There's tons of friction. But with Facebook lead form, there's almost no friction. It's instant gratification. Maybe they're not even really thinking about downloading the guide, or they're not even thinking about, right, you're interrupting their time on Facebook. They're checking out what their friends are doing, and then you interrupted them as they're swiping on their Facebook. But that's why Facebook lead form, they're not going to be hot. But it's easy, right? At least somebody, right, you were able to kind of interrupt their decision, interrupt their flow, and now they got something very, very simple, a guide, whatever call to action is. So Facebook lead form, great way to generate some top of funnel leads, but the big thing here is you gotta follow up. You gotta nurture them, right? If somebody just requested a guide, then what you want to do is to have a good automated sequence, right? Once it goes into your CRM system, maybe you have an email drip system in place, or the CRM system will automatically let you know, day 1, call this person. Day 2, send a email. Day 5, call them, right? Whatever the call to action is. But you gotta be following up with these leads. I love Facebook lead form. It's simple, easy to set up, but they're not going to be hard. In order for you to increase the odds, then you gotta it's the back end, it's the nurturing, and the retargeting will be very, very critical. And if you want a little more friction, where the leads are going to be a little hotter, warmer, but you're not going to be getting as many leads, is instead of using lead form, it's really put together the landing page, a true landing page with that call to action. Now there's a lot of friction. They're reading, just like direct mails, they open it up, they're really reading the copy, right? You can easily translate whatever your letter used to be into a landing page. A lot of friction, Now at the bottom is now they fill it out. So it really is, if you're running Facebook ads, I would say if you're using lead form, which is simple, no friction, really is in the back end. You got to have good nurturing sequence in place to increase the odds. And many of you like, oh, I don't care about that many leads because they're not hot. Then if that truly is the case where you don't know how to nurture, then switch to a true landing page then those leads are going to be a little more hotter. Still not going to be outrageously hot, right? But it's still going to be a little hotter now, just like a drum mill piece. Okay.